Today I am continuing my zodiac series by channeling Scorpio. Scorpios are known for their intensity and mystery. They're also known for their depth and magnetism, and I wanted to create something that feels powerful but not over the top. So if you're curious to see how I got this look, keep on watching. Before starting, I'm going to put on some lip mask. This is from Trader Joe's and the scent is Jelly Bean. Today I'm using the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base as my primer. I really love how moisturizing this one is, and it also helps to give a natural finish under a lot of foundations. The foundation I'm using today is the Maybelline Fitme Matte Foundation in the shade 120. I'm going to apply this with a sponge. I feel you can kind of manipulate the finish with this foundation even though it is matte. For concealer, I'm also using a Maybelline product, and this is in 010. I'm just going to add it to places I want a little bit more coverage. And then to shape the face a little, I'm using my Makeup by Mario Shape Sculpt in the shade Fair. Now I want to transition to the eyes before I do my blush and lips, just to make sure that the colors are cohesive and blend well together. So I pulled out a few palettes that I thought would really work for this look. I want very deep, dark red shades, but a little bit more black in there peeking through. So the first palette I thought of was my Revolution Game of Thrones, and this one has all the reds I'm looking for. I also like this coppery brown reddish shimmer. Does not appear like that in the light, but I'm thinking of playing around with that one. And then my Huda Beauty Pretty Grunge palette. This one also has a lot of those deep colors, such as like the blacks that I'm looking for, though I don't know which one I'm gonna want to grab. Maybe this one, but that one has a little bit more purple in it. Or Avant-Garde too is also very pretty. To start, I'm taking Heroine from the Pretty Grunge palette just to set my lid. Then I'm taking the shade House Blackfire, and I'm just going to create a sharp wing with it. Then I'm taking an eyeliner and I'm going to create a wing kind of inside of it, but not the whole shape, if that makes sense. And this one's actually brown, but you can use black, brown. I just gave that a second to dry. Now I'm going back into the Pretty Grunge palette, getting some of Rise Up, and I'm going to connect the wing, but kind of just fill in this area with that beige color. And then I'm going to softly diffuse it to the front, but I want most of it to be in this area. So connecting the wing. I did kind of have to fill in the space, but I'm going to go back in later to touch up the red. If you have too much on your brush, just wipe it on your hand or a makeup wipe and then diffuse the rest. Back into the Revolution palette, I'm taking Iron Throne, and it's going to look crazy at first, but I did achieve it with this side and I love how it came out, so we're going to do the same over here. But I'm taking this kind of flat brush, and I'm just going to fill in this white space, but kind of avoiding the first quarter area of my eye, and just kind of patting it in there. And right now I'm just trying to place the pigment, and then I'll come back and blend. Now I take that brush that I was using for the beige, wipe it off, and then we're going to just start blending. Then I'm going to do that again to just deepen up the pigment. I'm really going to make sure that this blending brush is completely wiped off because I'm using it to blend, but I'm going to go back into that beige again just to blend the edges so it's really smooth. Wiping it clean again, and then I'm going to go back into Heroin to really just brighten up at the front. Lastly, for the eyes, I'm going back into House Blackfire to just touch up that red that may have gotten lost in all the blending. And really just what's on top of the wing is what I'm going to touch up. So I'm going to add some mascara and do my eyebrows, and I will be right back. For the lashes, I use the Clio Kill lash, and then my brows, my Kosas brow gel. Originally, I had planned to use this blush from the Ulta collection. It's more of like a soft rose shade. But then now looking at it, I think it's going to be too pink. And I'm going to be going for a deeper red for the lips. So I think I want something even more neutral than this. So I went ahead and grabbed my MAC Glow Play Cushion Blush. And this is the shade Grand. And it looks pigmented, but I swear it is so sheer. So I think this is going to be what I'm going for. More of a nude shade. And then before I go to the lips, I do want to powder a little bit here. It's very glowy. I do like the glow, but I think the center of the face would look really dramatic matte. So I'm just using my Hourglass translucent setting powder. And while that sets, just a little bit on the rest of my face. And I'm just going to dust the excess off my face. Not only did it mattify, but I feel like it really brightened as well. Lastly, for the lips, I have two products. One to line, which is my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. And then for the color, I'm using the Soap & Glory Marvel Lips, which is a serum stick. And this is the shade Rosy Chic, but I feel like it's definitely a bit more red. So I'm excited to see how that looks. Oh, that is a perfect shade. Here is the final look. I love how this came out. I really think it's dramatic, but at the same time kind of toned down. I feel like not adding any color to the bottom really makes it look clean and crisp, but also tones down the drama. But I also like that I kind of used very playful warms and browns on the lid, but then kind of the lips are also dramatic. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to check out the rest of this series. I'm covering every single zodiac sign, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!